Hello and welcome to Simulation Soccer League Division 2 Match Day 5. I am Val and I am joined by...
Laser.
And we have a nice 4 matches on store for you today, including a top-of-the-table showdown between Montreal and Reykjavik. But plenty of interesting games. You have an African matchup between Accra and Cairo, along with Kaapstad, Romana, and Laos versus AS Paris. Any of these you're looking forward to?
I think the headliner has to be Montreal and Reykjavik. There's just that's going to be very interesting to see how that happens. I personally didn't expect Montreal to have this much success this early, so it's been good to see them continue that. I think that also we're going to be able to see if Paris is able to hold off Laos, because Laos has been surging lately. They just haven't been able to get results to fall their way, so that'll be one to watch.
Yeah, plenty of interesting games. But of course, Montreal is currently first. Reykjavik is currently second. But what is the first game we have on tap today?
I believe it should be Kaapstad and Romana.
Yep, Kaapstad currently sitting 6th, 3 points minus a goal difference. Romana currently tied for third in 4th on goal difference, with 7 points plus 3 goal difference. And that is indeed what the first game will be. Kaapstad playing in a 4-2-3-1 versus Romana in a 4-2-3-1. So mirror matchup tactically.
That will be interesting to take a look at. Kaapstad usually has had an offset defender.
Yep. Last match day, Kaapstad fell 4-0 to Reykjavik, while Romana won 4-2 against Laos. This is in the league. So,
Yeah.
last league match day, I should say.
Yeah, and Romana has struggled to really do a whole lot up until that last match. And Kaapstad, I believe, their win was against Cairo.
That seems right.
King on the wing to Levert headed out. Yeah, Cairo is struggling this season, but Kaapstad was able to get a win against them. Schweinsteiger pushing up the near flank. That's a cross put in for King, headed towards the net. Hall blocks. Oh, wow. Romana's got to be kicking themselves after that. King's header, Hall couldn't scoop it up. Put it back to Anavier and saved again.
Yeah, absolute chaos in that Kaapstad goal box, but Romana unable to get that final finishing touch. Feels like that's kind of a microcosm of the season thus far for them. Like, yeah, they're 4th, but they've been probably a bit better than the record indicates.
I do think so. Coming into the Red Star Laos match, as here's Jeremiah. They've got something working here. Anavier shoots, blocked by Muffin. Yeah, coming into the Laos game, they had 3 goals on 87 shots. Of course, only 43 of those were on target, but that's a combination of bad luck and good goalkeeping by their opposition.
Yep, as that one was headed over the bar. Not a whole lot besides that since in this first half hour or so.
Yeah, it's a bit of a slow burn on this game, looks like. Kaapstad has yet to take a shot, as here's Nunez putting it across for King, who puts it over. Milton Nunez. There are 2 of them.
The Nunez.
Yeah.
And they're both fullbacks, too.
Yeah. Kaapstad wanting to work up the field, but Milton Nunez dispossesses Jeremiah up to Levert. Back to King. King puts it forward for Milton, puts in a cross. Schweinsteiger heads it over the net.
Yeah,
Nunez
they're getting balls. They're getting balls into dangerous positions with those crosses. It's just the headers have not been good enough. They've just been like, you're trying to head it on target, but they just constantly go high or right at the goalkeeper.
Yeah, there's another one. High again. King high this time. Schweinsteiger putting it in.
Yeah, the service is good. It's just, there's also the finishing touch that just needs to be better.
Yeah. Yeah, you would think that if you throw enough shots at the net, every once in a while one will get through, but the issue right now is making sure you get them on the net.
Yeah, at least make the keeper
King
make a
pushed
save.
it in, and Levert, great save by Hall.
I guess I spoke that into existence. Make the keeper make a save. Immediately makes the keeper make a save.
Yeah. And a really good save. Romana attacking again. De Silva blocked the pass that time. Kimwatu up to King. King back to Smart. Over to Toastman. Through to Anavier on the wing to Schweinsteiger, who has a shot. And Schweinsteiger puts it in the back of the net. And that'll be a 1-0 lead for Romana. I am stumbling over my words.
It's the ACR, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but this comes from a direct ball out to Schweinsteiger. Defense caught napping, and that's a very tough finish from a very tough angle. Not a whole lot of room at that near post.
Yeah.
But he made it look easy, and that's the lead for Romana.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he waited until Hall kind of ran out of options and then just shot, hope for the best. Worked out for him.
Yep, sometimes patience can be an effective weapon when you're one-on-one against the keeper.
And now Schweinsteiger again up the wing. He's not going to get a shot off. Puts it back to Tyson Nunez. Tyson pass into Jeremiah in the box. That's headed by Tyson King. Keeper makes the save. Kamavinga puts it out for a corner.
Schweinsteiger has been very active on that right flank throughout this first half. Obviously, we saw him get the goal, but he's brought in some. There's been some good service from that wing, not just from him, but from whichever Nunez is back there.
Yeah.
On
Tyson
that right-hand
and
side.
Milton both. Oh, that's
a foul.
Yeah. That's a free kick from bait almost inside the box. And powdered Toastman. Anavier put in the cross. Toastman hit it off of the bar. And that's going to be a throw for Kaapstad.
Yeah, good free kick, good header. It's just the goalpost decided not today for Toastman.
A few inches lower, and that's in.
You get to halftime.
Yeah, halftime is here.
Halftime, and yeah, it's been Romana's game so far.
Yeah.
They've created a lot. Particularly on that right side, they've just been running up and down and up and down. Probably a little unlucky to be only up 1-0, but it's a deserved lead, and we'll see if Kaapstad can adjust in the second half.
Yeah, Kaapstad with only 2 shots in that first half. They didn't put any of them on target, so it's going to be interesting to see how they respond. I think that we'll see a little bit of, I don't know if anger is the right word coming out of the half, but spirit.
That extra little
Yeah. I think that
Gary Hogg is in for Mark Spoon. So.
Yeah.
And John Zoidberg in for Tyson King.
Yeah, and it is worth noting that Kaapstad does have that rookie striker, Jonas Krustis Jr., up at the top, so he's going to, especially against the back line that Romana has, he's going to struggle a little bit.
Yep, but everyone starts somewhere. That's
Zoidberg just teleported. And somehow Levert ends up with that after a bunch of headers. Nunez on the wing. Pass back to Jeremiah over to Kimwatu. Muller heads it out.
Once again, we see Romana trying to use that right flank. Tries to buy them some space, but can't quite get it back into the middle.
Yeah, good coverage that time by Kaapstad crowding the box. Toastman wins a header, gets it to Zoidberg up to Anavier. Anavier into Zoidberg. Back to Kimwatu, back to Anavier, and Anavier will score. Hall just got frozen in front of the net, and it was an easy finish for Pascal Annevier.
Yeah, that's a really pretty combination play there by Annevier and Zoidberg. Drags the defenders out wide, finds Zoidberg, and then runs into that pocket of space. Great ball by Kemoyatu, and a great finish from Annevier to the far post. No real chance there for Hall. 2-0 to Romana.
Yeah, now I think that extra spirit that Kaapstad had coming out of the break is probably pretty much gone at this point, so they will need to do something here quick to get back into it. Out of the air is going to shoot from distance, but Hall is able to make the easy save.
Yeah, he had the open shot, just placement wasn't there, and there wasn't enough pace to have it sting.
Yeah. As here's Gary Hogg up the wing.
Rebound chance.
Trinard up to Clark. Clark shoots, but it's wide.
Yeah, that's not a bad shot. He did not miss by much going for that far post. But unfortunately, all that matters is that he missed it.
Yeah. Yep. And now Romana's attacking again, trying to build out of the back. Postman and Nunez kind of just hanging out. And now Jeremiah up to Annevier. Annevier over to Schweinsteiger. He'll get up to the line, put in a cross. That's a bit far. Zoidberg will track it down. Give it to Nunez. Nunez forward to Zoidberg, puts in another cross, and that is an excellent save by Dexter Hall. Couldn't tell whose head that came off of, but it had some venom on it.
Yep, again, they're using their width out and their wide players to create dangerous opportunities in the middle.
Yeah.
Putting in good crosses, stretching the back line.
Yeah, as that through ball is a bit far from Kemoyatu. Jeremiah forward to Annevier. He's going to shoot. Ramos blocks. Hogg put it back to Hall, and Hall cleared it out. Yeah, the middle of the field is really where Romana is the strongest. They have Annevier at the shadow striker there in the middle. They also have Levert, of course, in there as well. Schweinsteiger shoots. Hall makes the save. Annevier puts in the corner, headed out by De Silva. He will recover. Toastman back to Kemoyatu. Way back to Smart, and that's it.
Yep, time starting to tick away pretty quickly on this one. And Kaapstad really haven't felt like... free kick.
Oh, Nunez
Doink.
just wide.
Yeah, dangerous spot for a free kick, but I don't know if that hit the outside of the post or that just went wide. It looked like it went off the outside of the bar.
Yeah, I think it either went off the outside of the post or the outside of the netting. Oh, that's an own goal. No. Oh, dear Kaapstad.
Yeah, from bad to worse, but for Romana, you make your own luck. You know, you swing in all these crosses. Right here, it's Annevier, and then just unfortunate. I don't know if there was a miscommunication there between Ramos and Dexter Hall, but...
There had to have been. Does it count as an assist for Annevier?
I don't think so. I don't think they give assists on own goals. Probably deserves one, to be fair.
Yeah. Nunez, Kerrigan clears it out. Levert heads it forward to nobody in particular, and that is the whistle. It'll be a 3-0 victory for Romana.
Yep, solid day at the office. You know, they were the better team whole game. They used their width to their advantage. We see the Nunez's, Schweinsteiger, and then both King and Zoidberg had excellent games. Even though Jeffrey Levert, their striker, was pretty quiet, their attack was still humming. And, of course, they made some of their own luck.
Yeah.
But a solid day in the office for Romana, for Kaapstad. I mean, yeah, that's not just back-to-back, not particularly, close losses, because 4-0 last week, 3-0 this week. But also, you've been shut out in both of them. So, I mean, obviously, some of it is young team, your starting striker is a rookie. But yeah, it's not been the kindest season for Kaapstad thus far. But a solid professional day at the office for Romana, and that's going to put pressure on whoever loses that top of the table clash later on.
Yeah, it
Because
will
that
also
will
put
pull them
pressure
even with
on.
Reykjavik.
It'll put pressure on Paris as well to win their match against Laos, or at least
Yeah,
get
because
more.
Reykjavik currently has 10 points. Paris is on 7. So both those teams, they're looking at this result and going like, well, we got to go out and win so that, control of your own destiny and all that. And I believe
Yeah,
Paris is actually our next game.
it is. It'll be Red Star and Paris. And Paris has been on fire lately.
Yeah, 7 points plus 5 goal difference for the Parisians. Last match day, they won 4-2 against Accra. Laos only sitting on 1 point and a -7 goal difference. Lost their last outing 4-2 to Romana. But this is a team that has taken some steps in recent seasons, and I feel like that 1 point doesn't really tell the whole story.
Yeah, I do think that Laos has gotten a bit unlucky so far this season to only have that 1 point, because they've shown a lot of flashes of promise. They just have had issues with allowing too many goals before that promise can get really out there. They took
Yeah, and
4-2 losses to both Romana and Accra, I think, most recently.
and it's not going to get any easier with Paris, because not only do you have Leonidas Papadopoulos, who's like one of the deadliest scorers in D2, you also have Hunter Jones, who they brought in on loan, who scored a hat trick in his debut. As
Yeah.
Laos going 4-2-3-1, pretty straightforward, standard stuff. And for AS Paris, it is a 4-2-4/4-4-2 with the advanced wingers. So we'll see if Laos can use their numbers advantage in the middle of the park versus Paris getting the ball forward to a very potent attacking core for Division 2.
Yeah. Yeah, this is probably the best attacking core in Division 2. You just said that, but Paris is very strong. They were expected to be promotion favorites at the beginning of this season. That's not how the table lies at the moment, but they are going to want to climb back up there, and this match is going to be big for that now that there's pressure on them.
Yeah, pressure on them, and of course a win would also pressure whoever loses that Montreal Reykjavik game, or both of them if it ends up in a draw, because then 3 points separate the top 4 and it's absolute chaos.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be a very interesting setup. Oh, wow, that was nearly a goal. Greedo put a header on. Barflett may be able to make the save.
Yeah, good ball
Yeah, I have
into
a feeling this
Greedo.
could be very interesting in the last few match days for Division 2, and probably for Division 1 as well. Because there's Dello up to Tane, puts in a cross. Wash, Burn. Just about got an own goal.
Yeah, almost a repeat of what we saw in that own goal by Kaapstad earlier. Making your own luck, swinging in a dangerous cross, and then center back and goalkeeper aren't on the same page. That time, of course, goalkeeper able to come to the rescue a little bit.
Yeah, there's a through ball from Dello, but Greedo doesn't have the speed to get onto it. I have been impressed with what I've seen from Laos so far. This seems like so far, as they turn it over, it's been the culmination of what they've shown promises of, and they're really starting to heat up. And as I say that, there's a tackle by Tame. Alistair shoots. Headed out. Well, no immediate caster's curse this time.
Not quite yet.
Yeah. Although here's Papadopoulos driving. Nobody's really with him, though. He'll put it all the way back to Horvat. Washburn up to Bull, up to Horvat, to Papadopoulos, up to Cortez. Cortez will shoot, and Canders will make the save.
Yeah, nice combination play up the middle there. Shot probably not exactly as much pace or accuracy as he would have liked. Not the most difficult save in the world.
Oh, and that's a red for Mike Checker on the double yellow.
And Laos go down to 10 men. And this is what we were talking about. Like, they have this promise, and then something like this happens.
Yeah.
I do believe they have a notoriety for cards, at least they have in the past, but now they got to try and survive against, or the best attacking core in D2, down a man.
Yeah, and that is McAllister and Hunter Jones that are on that side. So they are going to be
they're licking their lips right
out.
now.
Yeah.
Just all the space in the world. Gonna need the midfielders to step out wide and try and help defensively.
Yeah, as that's wide off the corner. I think at this point Laos just has to play for a draw at nil. I don't really see. They can't be too attacking or they risk opening themselves at the back.
Yeah, survive in advance.
Yeah. As you can see all that free space on that wing. And there's the goal that Papadopoulos has been looking for all game. And it came from the assist from that man down right side.
Yeah, it starts with that long ball out of the back, finds Alistair, and then he finds Jones, and then Papadopoulos just evades Strawberry in a simple finish for the Greek. Take a look on offside. Oh, that's very close, but I think he is just kept onside there by Messi.
Yeah. Brisky put it in.
Ooh. Was that cleared off the line or was that off the bar?
I believe that Kanders blocked and then it bounced off of Mazrim Time's leg and was then cleared out from there.
Boing.
Yeah. Papadopoulos threw ball for Alistair. That was a great ball. Back to Jones. Jones shoots. Kanders with a very good save there. Paris does recover. Back to Alistair, and Kanders makes another save.
Yeah, Kanders with an excellent read on that first shot.
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty open, but he had it all the way. And then pretty routine save on the second. But it's that left side. It's free real estate for AS Puri right now.
Yeah, it was Kanders with another good save. I was about to say, Alistair is just having his way with his side of the field right now. There's no one out there to do anything until he gets the ball, and at that point, he already has a cross to put into Jones or Papadopoulos. It'll be interesting to see how this match plays out.
Yeah, those are two guys you don't want, getting the ball.
Oh, yeah. Those are probably the two worst guys to have getting the ball. Cortez, Kanders picks it up.
I think at this point, Laos is just playing not to get bulldozed.
Yeah.
Which again, it's unfortunate because leading up to that red card, they were playing pretty well.
They really were. That's another good save by Kanders.
And then the card comes, and it's just like, welp.
Yeah, but as you said, when that headed over on the corner, as you said, when that second yellow came in, Laos is known for having a large number of yellow cards throughout the seasons that they've been in the league. So it's a risk that you take when you have those strategies in.
And I believe those were 2 yellows in 5 minutes. So
yeah,
that's just poor IQ and awareness. When you're on a yellow, obviously you have to be careful. But if you have a yellow and you slip up in the second half, it's okay, I can get that. If you get on a yellow and then immediately get another yellow, it's what are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. And because of that, Puri is just dominating the match. They've got 17 shots, 10 of them are on target. Kanders has been doing very well in the net.
Yeah, Kanders' job right now is just don't let the goal difference balloon.
Yeah.
Keep the
Brisky.
scoreline respectable.
Oh, there's another one. It's Snooks, the defender. Snooks, I believe, is playing as a central defender, and that's a goal. Is that Snooks'
Off
second
a
of the season?
throw-in.
Yeah,
Off the throw-in, 1-2 between Brisky and Horvath. Brisky swings in the cross, and then it's Snooks right there at the near post. Don't usually see center back goals that aren't off like corners.
Yeah.
But
oh, Kander's good save. We just got another yellow from somebody. Looks like it was from Guerra.
yeah, it's kind of interesting too in the way these teams are set up with the red card, because Laos, with the numbers in the middle, hypothetically should be trying to control the game, whereas Peru are playing like a 4-2-4, 4-4-2, whatever you want to call it. But like they're trying to get the ball just forward to their guys. They don't care if it's like, controlling or just hitting with a quick direct ball on the counter. And in a way, that red card has sort of reversed everything.
Yeah. As Red Star is in the box. They're trying to get something figured out. Modelo shoots, but Barfoot's able to get over and pick it up.
Yeah, almost felt like a broken play there. Shot through traffic. Didn't have a lot of velocity on it. And another great save.
Oh, I'm
or
not
no, that
sure
was over.
Hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looked like he had it to me.
Yeah. And that is worth noting. That's two. Oh, here's Papadopoulos.
What
I
a
think
ball.
he's off. Saved. And it's a corner. He was not off. Excellently timed run then, and Brisky with the corner. In it goes, intended for Jones. Changshan beats him in the air. Dello hoofs it all the way back to Kanders. Dello to Changshan to sides to Greedo, and that's turned over. Furious Chicken for Red Star Laos has been incredibly quiet so far this game.
Yeah, they haven't really been able to get the ball to him, but they do on this occasion.
Right as I say it. And now Chicken intended for sides, but Washburn grabs it. Papadopoulos back to Cortez. I don't think Jones knew that was him. And oh, this isn't good.
Sloppy clearance.
Yep, and there's the third. Hunter Jones puts it in, assisted by Papadopoulos.
Yeah, for as good as Kanders has been in this game, and he has been excellent, this is just very sloppy distribution. Just right to Horvath, and then, boom, quick 2 passes into the back of the net.
Yeah, it was almost like he was just trying to get it clear and wasn't paying attention as to who exactly was where.
Yeah, but if you want to really get it clear, you put your foot through that ball and you send it into row F.
Yeah.
Like, you don't go worrying about accuracy. You just get it the heck out of Dodge.
And Alistair with a shot that Kanders is able to save. That
fullback got toasted there.
Yeah. Brisky. Changshan wins in the air again. Horvath back to Brisky. He was onside this time. Usually the corner taker is well off, but Zanetti with a free. And that one is out. Headed out.
Yeah, another thing with all these fouls and cards that Laos is known for is with those fouls, you give the other team set-piece opportunities. And if the other team has good set-piece takers, you may be in for a bad time.
And that's another one for Papadopoulos. 2 on the day. And that one was just set up well.
Yeah. You will also be in for a bad time if you leave Leonidas Papadopoulos unmarked. Ball back here to sort of stretch the back line. That's just an excellent delivery. And Papadopoulos making no mistake.
And that assist was from the side that is down a man. So that is...
They're feasting.
Yeah. Alistair is on that wing again now. Back to Zanetti, back to Alistair. Alistair... I thought he was going to shoot. He attempted... Oh, that... Ooh. Incredibly dangerous tackle by Chicken. That looked like it was two-footed. Greta with it, puts it forward.
Wonder if they did not take another look at that or like blow it dead to dish out a card because there was no longer advantage.
Yeah, that was... I expected to see a second red. Tane puts it in, headed out by Snooks, and that is the match. It's going to be 4-0 Paris over Red Star, and unless I am mistaken, that is the third consecutive match that Red Star have allowed 4 goals.
Yeah, again, they were playing pretty well for the first 25 minutes, and then the red card comes, and then just they completely fall apart.
Yeah, you can look
even
at that
in the attack. We look at Guerra on that. Yeah, and even if you just look at match ratings, like Guerra was their lowest match rating. He had no help. Like he was kind of on an island because there was no guy behind him to A, clean up defensively, and B, connect on that right hand side, link up play up the flank. But for AS Paris, very solid day in the office. Good for the old goal difference. Potentially could see themselves in a promotion spot depending on what happens in that last game based on goal difference.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is
them to +9.
Yes. But that was the best attacking core in Division 2, being the best attacking core in Division 2, and also the other team taking a blunderbuss directly to the foot.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just not great.
So we move on to the next game in African matchup between Adowa Accra and Cairo City. It's been a really rough go of it for Cairo thus far this season, a team that had a lot of losses after being relegated and is just trying to, put together something new. And it just hasn't happened for them so far.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been... Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say beyond that. Cairo has been struggling, and how many goals have they scored on the season? Is it
3?
I know it's not high. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I only brought goal difference on my notes. I did not specifically have goals for, goals against, but they are currently rocking a -12, and I think they only have like 1 or 2 because they scored 2 goals last match day when they lost 4-2 to Montreal. Accra last match day also lost 4-2 to Paris. Accra currently sitting on 6 points in an even goal difference, a chance to sort of break away from that bottom 3 with a win.
Yeah, and Accra coming into today, they were only 1 point behind both Romana and Paris, but now that both of those teams have won, will need to...
That's a 3-6-1 with no wide defenders? This is interesting. Cairo with a conventional 5-3-2, but Accra just never fails to make me go, what the heck am I looking at when I see their formations?
Yeah, that was...
It took me forever to recognize the WM last time, and now they're trying some other outrageous stuff. Credit to their coaching staff, to be fair, thinking outside the box. I will never condemn someone for thinking outside the box. I just want to know how it works.
Well, we're not getting... Apparently it doesn't work. They have 0 shot. Both teams have 0 shots 18 minutes in. Here we go. Freddie.
I am so fascinated.
Well, I'm thinking that if I'm Cairo, I'm going to be looking to utilize my wingbacks as much as I possibly can here. because they left those. I mean, it's very crowded once you get into the box, but if you can get those floated headers in, you might have some opportunities. Here's the opportunity for Tucker. Oh, Tucker. Hill blocks it out on the far side.
I'm wondering if the two outside center backs aren't wide center backs that are, set up to try and not get absolutely slaughtered on the flanks. But
That
that's
was
just
nearly.
theory.
Yeah, Selleck to Berbatov there, just over the bar. Yeah, Wilk picked up a yellow. It's very. I mean, I don't even know what to say about it. I've run a couple of weird formations in my time, but this. I mean, if they end up with a win, then it doesn't really matter a whole lot.
The only thing is it has to work. So far, this game has been pretty cagey, though. That both teams have the sense of they're trying to feel each other out.
Yeah. And Cairo is just not getting any attack. Accra's getting a little bit. Tucker to Selleck back to Freddie. Freddie puts in a cross. That is headed directly at Hill.
Yeah, not a bad delivery, but header right at the keeper. Also, watch on that side because I believe the or the wingback has a yellow.
Yeah, Dominic Wilk. LaRoque is 70 yards out of the box. Berbatov back to Llewellyn. This press by Cairo is really messing with Accra's game plan, it looks like. There's Tucker forward to Berbatov. That's a shot. It was high.
Yeah, it especially doesn't help that Accra just does not have a lot of numbers back there. I guess they do have the defensive mid, but it's two aggressive pressy forwards against just three center backs and no fullbacks. I don't know, man. I feel like I need a telestrator to just try and draw it for myself.
Hill with a good save. That was a really good opportunity for Accra, but Hill able to make the save, and I think it was on trajectory for the bar anyway. Because that one just gets hooked out.
First real quality chance. Like, you've had some shots that were on target, but let's be real, they weren't really threatening.
Yeah.
Oh.
I nearly had something there.
And that was really their first chance of any sort of, anything as we reach halftime. Very cagey first half. I feel like both teams are trying to feel each other out.
Yeah,
maybe it'll come a bit more alive in the second half.
One thing I do want to point out real quick here is that Cairo has 2 shots, and they have 9 corners. So Accra is just dominating in the air. Normally, you would see a lot more shots than that if you have that many corners.
Yeah, just crosses that are headed behind. You concede the corner, especially if they don't really offer much of a threat off corners. Like, they have poor corner takers or they don't have a lot of height and jumping reach and strength and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, not a whole lot really going on in that half. We'll see if it comes alive. I think Cairo will probably be happy to just have a clean sheet of a half because they've been struggling both offense and defense, but I feel like defense particularly. And you don't get that minus 12 goal difference just by not scoring. That's conceding like 3-4 a game. So you're on in the second half.
I forgot to unmute. I apologize. I was I went to take a drink and I forgot to turn my mic back on. I was just saying that Cairo actually has been giving up about 3 or 4 a match, and that's really been the big reason why they have been struggling as much as they have been. It's kind of the thing, the combination of having a, uh, shall we say, rough defense and a nearly non-existent offense because of the rookies that you have in those positions.
Yeah, and rookie growth takes time.
Yeah, it won't be right away. As here's Tucker with an opportunity. Time. Excellent tackle there. That very well could have saved a goal. As Dion puts in a corner for the edge and it's headed out. Now Accra trying to do some more. Salik over to Zerhuni, forward to Salik again. Salik blocked again by Time. Time is doing quite well so far.
Yeah, it feels like Accra are trying to really build through the middle, which I guess makes sense. You don't have.
Oh boy, that was close.
Yeah, which I guess makes sense because you don't have the fullbacks or wingbacks to sort of provide that outlet. But on the other side, Cairo have the 3 center backs, and I believe they also are rolling with a defensive midfielder. So they're able to kind of congest the middle and make things really tough for, injury.
And that is an injury to their striker, one of the rookies, Jean-Claude. And if I had to guess, I would say it's probably going to be Fitted Primetime 99 that will come in here.
It will not.
It'll be Jacob Rizzo.
Yeah, unfortunate for Jean-Claude, but, injuries happen. But now you've got a guy playing out of position up top, which, I mean, sometimes that could potentially, work as just a curveball.
Yeah, we've seen it work a couple times so far this season, but I think at this stage in the game, it's not necessarily something that I would want to do. So we'll have to see what, if anything, Rizzo is able to do. Loudrip way up on the wing to Wilk. Wilk passed back to Rizzo, who shoots, blocked. Arisov recovers, puts it over. Clemji nearly had a beauty of a goal, but he put it just a few feet wide.
Yeah, not, another, probably the second real chance Cairo's had and didn't miss by much from Arnoš Clemijid.
Yeah. As the time is... Ooh, Cody Hill. That was dangerous.
Feels like there was a miscommunication back there.
There did. Here's Selleck with an open chance. Hill makes the save.
Yeah, making up for that near screw up there with a great save. And that corner is going to come to nothing.
Yeah, it will be chased down by Accra. They will make an attempt to recycle off screen. And now there's only 10 minutes left in the game. Tucker is just outside, and he is also offside.
Yeah, the offside probably saving a little bit of face because he just barely missed that.
Yeah.
He's going far post. Just unable to curl it in.
Now here's Rizzo. He's not going to be able to shoot. Lays it off to Arisov. Arisov puts in a cross. Regan nearly had one there. LaRock able to hold it as it was headed directly into his breadbasket.
It feels like we've seen a little bit more energy from Cairo in this second half.
It does. It almost also feels like we've seen less from Accra. Perhaps more concentrated when it's there. Almost like they're taking calculated opportunities. This here's one for Tucker. Hill able to hold.
Hill is coming up really big for Cairo today.
Yeah. He is absolutely the difference right now. As Wilk puts in a head. Wilk does not put in a header. Wilk puts in a cross that Rizzo will head over the net. Hugo with a free kick bounces off of the wall. Tucker recovers.
Ooh.
Excellent tackle by Regan, although a little bit of a dangerous one.
Yeah, very risky, but you gotta risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah. And this late in the game, if you pick up a yellow, it's not the end of the world. There's a shot by Tucker. This is dangerous. They're able to clear the danger, but that was... Oh, that is playing with fire if I've ever seen it.
Yeah, that was one of the goal box scrambles of all time.
Oh, Selleck missed wide by an inch.
Yeah, it's a game of inches. Accra are probably like 1 or 2 inches away from being up comfortably 2-0, but instead it is currently still 0-0.
Yeah,
Thanks
and
to...
with only a minute and a half. Here's Rizzo. He's going to shoot. And Rizzo scored! In the 92nd minute.
Unbelievable. He wasn't even supposed to be on the field. He's playing a position he's not familiar with. But on this occasion, Jacob Rizzo is the hero for Cairo. Well placed, beats Laroc to the far post. What a twist.
That is incredible. I didn't even react when the shot went off because I thought Laroc got something on it. And Laroc just teleported through his own net.
Incredible. Great for Jacob Rizzo. Again, wasn't even supposed to be on the field and is playing a position he, is not familiar with just because of an injury. And yet...
that's it. Wow. Injury substitution causes the victory for Cairo, and Accra's got to feel a little bit robbed here.
Yeah. They couldn't beat, Keeper was on his game for Cairo, and they had plenty of shots that were just an inch or two wide. Like I said, leading up to that goal, they were a couple inches away from being up 1-0, 2-0, and on cruise control. But they let Cairo hang around, and anyone who's ever played Football Manager knows how this game goes, right?
Yeah.
You're constantly getting chance after chance after chance, and then the other team goes the other way and just scores in stoppage time to punch you in the gut. But what a win for Cairo, and a feel-good moment for that locker room.
Yeah. Yeah, and that jumps them into...
Gets them out of last.
It's
and
probably 7th? It gets them
Kaapstad
ahead
lost
of
by
Laos.
4, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So it depends on the goal difference.
I think Kaapstad lost by 4, right?
Romana Kaapstad was 3.
So it goes to goals 4 then, because they're both at -11.
I believe it would, yes.
I wish I had jotted that down for my notes. Heck.
I would imagine that would also be a very close race. Actually, let me see. I might be able to find it.
I feel like Cairo is ahead, but I could be wrong.
I was going to say the opposite. I felt like, although I don't know,
Math was never my strong point. That's what Zenlos is around for. He's the math guy.
Very fair.
So get into the last game, and this is the big enchilada that we have been hyping up. Montreal United, Reykjavik United, 1 versus 2, and 2 teams hot on their tails with wins today. 2 teams also coming off of wins last week. Montreal 4-2 over Cairo, and Reykjavik 4-0 over Kaapstad. Reykjavik, fun fact, has yet to concede a goal this season. In the league.
That is true, isn't it?
Yeah, I should specify in the league because they've obviously given up goals in the cup, but it's been a very promising start for a team that's, gone through it a little bit. They've been rebuilding and growing, and they're starting to see some of that fruit come. But they've got their big test against a Montreal team that has been flying.
Yeah, and I did just go to the index and look it up, and it appears that Cairo has scored 4 goals on the season, and Kaapstad has scored 7. I could have that wrong,
Oh,
but
well,
I believe that's how I counted it.
yeah, we'll see you at the table at the end of the day. But
Yeah,
that's I trust you.
yeah, I feel like I'm probably wrong somewhere in there about that, but either way, they're drawn on points and goal difference. So, and there's 12 match days left, or not
Yes, it's
12.
splitting hairs.
Yeah, yeah, and you are correct. It's going to be this final match of the day is going to be the headliner. It'll be the 1 and the 2, and it's. Am I incorrect in saying that Montreal is up by 1 point over Reykjavik? Or no, it
I
would be
have
2.
two.
It would be 2 because the
Yeah,
draw was
I have
1.
two.
And who was it that Reykjavik drew against? Was it Paris?
That sounds right. I don't have it off the top of my head. But also worth noting, going into this day, Montreal had the Golden Boot leader in Dexter Minoni against a team that has not conceded.
Yeah. 2 very different strong suits for these squads.
Yep, and this should be a good one in Quebec. Montreal coming out in a 4-3-1-2. And for Reykjavik, it is a 4-1-4-1.
Reykjavik's draw was Laos in a 0-0 ordeal. So that is where Laos's only
Huh.
point has come from.
Huh. Neat.
All right. And we are going to get underway in our headliner. Let's see what happens here.
This should be a good one.
Immediate turnover. Manone forward to casual. Black grabs at Sterling.
No!
Oh, no! Oh, 20 seconds? It's been 20 seconds. Oh, he's offside. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Saving Reykjavik from egg on their face. What?
Yeah,
he's
well
way
off.
Sterling with a
my-
very sloppy clearance. Very
My
lucky for that
goodness.
offside. Wow.
Yeah,
Montreal not wasting time, huh?
yeah. I mean, Scott Sterling, one of the best keepers in the league, is a large reason as to why they have been able to avoid conceding any goals as of yet. But that would have been the first time he's been beaten. That would have been. I mean, I couldn't blame him a whole lot, but
Yeah, and this
goodness.
is a keeper who's as experienced as any in this league. He's won titles in D1 with Hollywood.
Yeah,
Part of their
several.
cap casualties this past offseason.
Yeah, as there's a shot from Andrews blocked by Peterson, recovered by Duke. And we're already 20 minutes in after that first-minute thriller. Here's Nagatoro Maradona. Going to take it out to the wing, put in a cross, headed by a Baralunga, but that is blocked by Sterling. Peterson with the corner, floats it in, headed out. And what formation did you say that Reykjavik was in?
4-1-4-1 with the defensive
4-1-4-1.
midfielder and then the 4 attacking midfielders.
Yeah.
So very attacking, but haven't really seen... Well, we have seen some of the fruits of it in the numbers, just haven't really seen any real grade A chances yet.
Yeah, although that could change
Could change here, though.
Cup Noodle driving up the wing is being matched by Wartooth. Noodle with... Oh, Duke with a great save. That was... Noodle put it in, Oak headed into the corner, but Duke just got a finger on it. Hall puts in the corner, and that is headed out. Oak recovers, and nothing happening there.
Ooh.
Now Reykjavik building out of the back, up to Letizier. He will get up to the line, put in a cross, headed by Noodle, and it is just outside and high, I believe.
Yeah, just over the bar. I think Duke had it covered anyway, but Reykjavik
Yeah.
showing some venom in the latter parts of that first half, but that venom has not shown in any sort of damage to Montreal on the scoreboard as we go into halftime 0-0. After that first, 30 seconds where Montreal had that offside goal, feels like it's been mostly one-way traffic in the other direction. I'm not saying Montreal have been atrocious, but feels like Reykjavik has really started to take this game over.
Yeah, and I really don't think either team has been super good so far, which I mean, if you're talking about the first and second place in the table, I suppose that makes sense, but I feel like you should see more from at least somebody. I would have
Yeah, it
expected a
feels
goal
like
more than a half.
it feels like one of those cup finals where the teams are too afraid to make a mistake, so they play a little bit cautious. And of course, you had that mistake in the first half minute where they were bailed out by the offside flag as Lopta and Penshaw come on for Noodle, and I didn't catch the other one.
O'Rourke.
Okay,
So the rookie Penshaw will take over at that striker position, and O'Rourke will come out. I
hey,
believe Noodle was on the left wing.
We've already seen one rookie come off the bench to make an impact on this match day. We make it
Yeah.
two.
Oak wins that challenge, enters Oak over to Duke. The diver up to Hall, over to... Oh my good... No penalty there? On the double?
Ooh, that's a spicy meatball.
Yeah, I am genuinely
Guess the
shocked.
ref. Guess the ref thought he milked it there.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
Oh,
something.
2-1.
And Minone chips Black.
Oh,
Malachi Black just saved that.
that's
Oh my
LeBron
goodness.
James blocking Game 7 right there.
What a
Oh,
piece
Dexter
of play.
Minoni thought he could chip the keeper and just let it go, but Malachi Black came from out of nowhere and just clears it at the last second. What a block by Malachi Black.
Yeah, that is absolutely incredible. DeBurnia up to Minone again, over to Abaralunga, up to Minone. Minone shoots, but Sterling makes the save.
Yeah, Minone, like I said, the Golden Boot leader going into this match day, was very quiet in that first half, been a lot more active in this second half.
Yeah. Yeah, that's two opportunities right near each other, and we haven't really seen a whole lot from not Hollywood, Reykjavik. It's been there, but it hasn't been overwhelming. And Montreal is really well. Abaralunga shoots, saved by Sterling.
Yeah,
Thought we might have seen an offside there.
excellent ball in from Nagatoro Maradona, but casual, a little bit too casual on that finish.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, when it's Scott Sterling, I don't know that there's a whole lot you can do either way, other than just fire one in and hope for the best. As here's Bjorkus driving up. That's going to be put in, and that's a goal for Peter Oak, and Reykjavik is on top.
Yep, Montreal unable to cash in on their opportunities, and Reykjavik makes them pay up that left side. It's just a simple little cross.
Yeah, Duke
Knocked
just
home by
didn't see
Oak.
it coming.
Yeah, I'm not sure he had time to react.
Yeah. And that with
But Montreal,
83 minutes.
Montreal were generating chances, and they didn't capitalize, and this is what happens when you don't capitalize on your chances.
Yeah.
You go behind.
Yeah, now there's only 40 seconds to make something happen. Reykjavik is trying to make it 2-0. Lediver to Hall. Over to Lediver. They play a 1-2 back into Penshaw. Back to Hall. Calvatore with a steal. Puts it forward, but Black grabs it. That is rough.
Yeah, Malachi Black deserves man of the match just for that clearance off the line, but he has been fantastic back there. And that is the full-time whistle. Reykjavik, 1-0 winners in Montreal.
Yeah.
What a game.
That was everything it turned out to be, especially that second half.
Yeah,
Really
first half was kind of cagey, and then that second half was very, very exciting. But one team didn't cash in their chances, and the other did, and that will put Reykjavik top of the table.
Yeah, by
their defense really shined in this one. Black, Scarpetta, Lediver, Letitia, and Sterling.
Yeah, and that means that all four of Reykjavik, Montreal, Perry, and Romana are within 3 points of the league championship.
Yeah, the chaos has begun.
Yeah.
Yeah, if this is like cycling, they've kind of broken away from the peloton a little bit.
Yeah, they'll need to do more to continue to break away, but that statement win over Montreal is big. Scott Sterling's acquisition could end up. I mean, they still are yet to concede a goal in Division 2. Scott Sterling could very well end up being the league MVP if he continues on this track.
Yeah, Sterling, and also remember, he was beaten by Dexter Minoni, and then Malachi Black made that last-ditch block. And as we take a look at the table, we have a new leader.
Yeah, Reykjavik takes over as the only squad that has not been defeated as yet. Reykjavik has beaten Montreal and Montreal and Romana. I'm not sure if they've beaten Paris. That may be in one of the upcoming matches.
I don't think they have, but I don't have that jotted down. Also, Cairo leaping out of the basement and shoving Red Star into it.
Yeah.
So we're starting to see the table take shape a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like it is. Well, there aren't really many other ways to say taking shape, but there's definitely a lot of movement that's going to start happening. Perhaps not necessarily up and down the table, as it could very well be pretty much set where it is. But it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out the rest of the season, especially as the first 5 games, teams kind of have a good idea of where they're at. They know their strengths and their weaknesses. They're going to be trying to address those, so it should be very exciting down the stretch.
It should be, but till then, that is all we have for you tonight. If you've been sticking with us, we appreciate it a lot. Until next time, I've been Val.
And I've been Laser.
And we will see you next time.